This is for Matt Laidlaw of Laidlaw Harley Davidson in Baldwin Park, California. I made a rant on your video yesterday that was 41 minutes long, your video that was 41 minutes long, about why Harleys might be better than other bikes. This is kind of an apology. As I stated, I'm a factory trained tech. In 2010, early part of 2010, I was full up on PhDs, all of them, not just the technical part, the marketing and sales and accessories, anything you could do at the dealership. I was bored. I had plenty of time on my hands. As far as me getting ill and having a few curse words in there, forgive me for that. I apologize. I do, however, feel that Harley Davidson is overpriced and not necessarily better than other manufacturers as far as quality or whatever. Yeah, they hold their value a little bit more for resale. A lot of that's got to do with the name. Let's start out with comparing apples to apples instead of apples to oranges. You made a comment about your technology and the single pin crank and compared it to a parallel twin. That's apples and oranges. Like I said, my Yamaha's got a single pin crank too. That might not have a male and female rod end on the big end. So they're on the pin side by side, which causes the cylinders to be a little bit offset, but it's still a single pin crank. And it will still say daddy going up a hill with two fat people on it. Yes, it's only a 950. So half the engine size. 4 valves per cylinder. As many of the imports have been 4 valves per cylinder for a long time. So you're not doing anything new with the Milwaukee 8. So apples and apples, man. I don't know what else to say about that. I'm recommented after you answered my comment and hit on something else. You were talking about American technology, this, that, and the other, and I ranted on about a lot of people would be surprised to know how much Japanese and Taiwanese technology is in a Harley Davidson. Probably because it's a little bit less expensive and it cuts costs. Works great. Hell, my bike's all Japanese technology. Well, let's compare what I was looking for and what I bought. 2014 Heritage Softail Classic. 103-inch motor. Everything I want in a bike, except it's not my dream bike. We'll get around to that. And my 2014 Yamaha V-Star 950T. Basically in the same class, unless you get around to engine size. I'm a big boy. I like my women big. And Harley Davidson has never built a bike that will hold a big boy and a big woman without her front side being real damn good friends with his backside. On my 2014 Yamaha, I got room for a big woman and a grandkid between us. Well, no, I got room between me and a big woman for a grandkid. and a little bit better. The money thing. Yeah, I made a comment. Eagle Mark Bank and Harley Davidson, $450 a month, so you tell me to quit. And that could imply a revolving charge, but I was ill and being a smartass. My V-Star 950, $186 a month until the bank tells me to quit. It's also an installment loan. I'll get to quit one of these days, and they'll call it mine if I live that long. The problem I had with the financing department and the dealership in Eagle Mark Bank that I went to was they told me I needed to have a cosigner. And I got to thinking on that cosigner thing, I'd be putting them in jeopardy too for $450 a month until I got told to quit. What if something happened? So when I went to the Yamaha dealership and sat on that 950, it was every bit as big as their 1300 or the 80-incher. But the major selling points on me getting the 950 instead of the 1300 was, number one, the 1300's liquid cooled. I don't like that. I'm not saying it's worse or better, I just don't like it. And there was no difference in size between the 950 and the 1300. The difference between the 950 and the Heritage that I was looking at was price. My bike, $10,000. The Heritage, $19,000. That's the difference between the $450 a month and the $186 a month. Okay, so my cams are chain driven. Yours are still push rod. That's apples and oranges, but they both work. No biggie there. You can't see it because it's on the inside on both bikes. I mentioned to you in my reply to your reply, which, man, you had a really good reply. You were very nice. I really expected you to delete my rant, and you didn't. Kudos for that. I mentioned I had a dream bike, and I do. It's not the Heritage. It's the Street Glide. I could get specific and say what year and what model and whatever, but it's a Street Glide. I just know I'll never have one. I'm not going to win the lottery because I don't waste money on lottery tickets. I'm not going to earn the money anytime soon. So, Yamaha. In your reply to me, you said, why would you delete my comment? Because you've got many people that don't like either Harley Davidson, or they're just mean or whatever and make snide remarks about your videos. Let me address that before I go. I like your videos, man. I watch them. I was in a foul mood yesterday. Forgive me for that, but that 41-minute video, I couldn't make it through but 15 minutes of it, and it was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I let my mouth shoot off before I thought for a little bit. But nah, I've watched your videos for a while, dude. I love the videos. I sometimes wish Laidlaw Harley Davidson was on this side and not way over yonder. You seem like good people. We don't have that over here. We have greedy, profit-driven franchise owners. And of course, then there's corporations that are franchise owners that are nationwide. I ain't gonna call no initials right now. Jesus Christ. But I'm sorry. Harleys are good. You know, I like Harleys. Just my personal opinion, they ain't no better or no worse than anything else. Sorry, dude. Hope you see it.